What's up, guys, and welcome to this. This is your weekly WWE Monday Night RAW review. I'm your host LK from the SOS Wrestletalk. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, drop a comment on your thoughts and opinions on this episode of Monday Night RAW, and smash the subscribe button. I'm your boy LK, looking forward to bringing you this weekly WWE Monday Night RAW review. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I haven't done a WWE review in quite a while. The landscape of the WWE has changed somewhat. I can no longer use and abuse the old "it's Vince McMahon's booking." I can no longer say that. It's been a while. God, I used to rant about that back in the day. But we are here, and I'm looking forward to bringing you this show. It's been a while since I covered WWE. If you haven't already, go back and check out my TNA Impact review from the weekend, as well as my New Japan New Beginning in Nagoya show review. Looking forward to bringing you the Road to show that airs tomorrow morning. Looking forward to bringing you that tomorrow night. Looking forward to reviewing that big show with two of the younger stars main event in the Korakuen Hall, and Kazuchika Okada's final Korakuen Hall show for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Will he turn up at the Royal Rumble? Will he turn up at all in WWE, or will he go to AEW? We will discuss that and more on that episode, so check that out. Hit the notification button on the channel so you know when each and every video drops. Now for the plugging, we're here to talk about Raw from January the 22nd, 2024 from New Orleans, episode 1600 of Monday Night Raw. It is the go-home show for the Royal Rumble. That's the sole reason that you're listening to this, why you watched the show, why you didn't watch the show, why you watched the highlight clips. Their job wasn't to put on phenomenal matches. No, that's not their job. Their job was to get the viewer, the audience, yourself, myself, excited, hyped, pumped, and most importantly, watching the Royal Rumble this Saturday. And from that standpoint, I'll tell you what, they did a good job. I for one, am looking forward to the Royal Rumble this Saturday. And I'm going to do a preview and prediction show on that, as well as a review of the Royal Rumble. That will come Sunday night. Apologies, I live in the UK, and I don't fancy staying up till 7 a.m. when I just not going to happen. But we're here for Monday Night Raw. So Seth Rollins comes out, starts off the show. He's got his left leg in a knee brace. Obviously, the rumours going around that Seth Rollins is going to vacate the title. Is he going to be at WrestleMania? What's he going to do? The crowd, by the way, the whole night, actually, that's a fucking lie. The crowd for this were electric for Seth. So Rollins comes out, he says he's got a grade 2 tear of his MCL. Doctor says with surgery he'll be out for 3 to 4 months. Now, WrestleMania being in early April, we're in the latter part of January. You do the maths. We call that basically you're fucked. But again, we don't know what's true and what's not. He cuts this promo, the crowd are behind him, he looks quite emotional. So you're thinking, fuck me, is he going to vacate the belt here? Then Imperium come out. Great heat, great decision to bring them out. He got some great heat there. Rollins cuts a promo saying he's going to rehab as hard as possible so he can walk into WrestleMania as your world champion. Gunther says on Sunday he'll win the Rumble and he's going to choose Seth Rollins as the WrestleMania opponent. Great heel response. This is really good. You're building up on this show so many possibilities for WrestleMania, and that's one thing we as wrestling fans should appreciate. Well, as WWE fans, we should appreciate is we're heading into a Rumble where we're not like, right, Cena's winning that or Orton's winning that. All due respect to both. It's just what I'm trying to get at is the booking. You're normally heading into the Rumble going, right, it's either he's going to win or he's going to win. At this point, you know, you could have Punk win. You could have Cody win. You could have Gunther win. You could have The Rock win. That's just from the Raw side, from this show. So they've done a great job. McIntyre, another one. He could win. You know, there could be involvement with Priest. You don't know where they're going to go. And that's why I'm looking forward to this Royal Rumble preview and predictions video I'm going to do later in the week. Because it really is a who's who, a guessing game. It is a guessing game, and that's the joy of it. We'll be able to sit back as fans, put our feet up, and hopefully enjoy what's hopefully going to be a really good Royal Rumble. This was a good promo from both Gunther and Rollins, and the atmosphere of the show, it probably helps that it kicked off the show, but the crowd were into it, you know, and if you're a WWE official back there and you're looking at that reaction of Rollins and Gunther, you're thinking maybe that might not be the WrestleMania main event, but that's something in a pay-per-view we could do down the line, and if that's the case, it's a win-win for both men involved. Then after the promo, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they come out, they jump Kaiser, and Vinci. They have a good brawl. That leads to a commercial break. We come back and we have the New Day against Imperium, Kaiser and Vinci. So this match is happening because 2 weeks ago, Vinci took a nasty dropkick which made the referee stop the match. So there's actually real reason for this match, not just kind of happening for the sake of happening, which is I'm fine with. Both teams were really aggressive in the match, which was quite enjoyable actually. And then the match ended because of a double count out. Normally I'd go, that's bullshit. We don't like DQs, don't like countouts. But for the purposes of the storyline, this made perfect sense, and I'm all for it. They then brawled around the ring, and then Vinci and Kaiser went to suplex Woods and Kingston through a table. They both come down and spear them off this kind of production production stand, through 2 tables, and the crowd went fucking nuts. So they done a really good job. They may want to see that. Why are we not putting this on pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble in a no DQ tag match? Why are we not doing that? Because the crowd were hot for it. You got some momentum going with them, but that doesn't happen. But it's good to see some actual stories in stuff that isn't just the main event. That's one thing WWE was missing for a while, was that we're just having wrestling matches for the sake of having wrestling matches. It's good story. I dug it. Then we had Ivy Nile versus Valhalla. I'm digging this new kind of attitude, or better word, character, that we're getting with the Viking Raiders now. We see it later on in the night with Ivar. But Valhalla, if you've watched the Viking series, I've watched the first season and I struggled. But that's not because the TV show wasn't very good. That's just because, do you know when you watch a TV series? Again, apologies, if you've never listened to one of my shows before, I go off. My brain takes me one way, I go with it, and then I go back on track. When you watch a TV series and watch the first season, you're like, this is really fucking good. And then you start the second season, but then another series comes out that you get recommended, and then you binge watch that. That's crazy. That happened to me with Vikings twice. So in the end I was like, fuck that. But it's a really good character and I dig it. Both these women are in the Rumble. Valhalla with a really nice pop-up headbutt, which I quite enjoyed. And then Niall with a bulldog off the top, which got the win. Maybe we should change the finisher. Possibly. Someone. Not make her do that every night. 200 nights a year. That's probably not a good idea. That's a crazy finisher. And she doesn't do it off the top. She jumps off the actual turnbuckle itself. The LED gadget that they got there. And that is a nasty landing. That is not nice. She needs to change up because that's going to damage her for life. That needs to change. But again, you're building up these younger wrestlers. Not even particularly young, but building up the NXT guys. They're not just kind of throwing them out there. They're building them up like they used to back in the day, which is really good to see. So good stuff there. And then we have New Day. They have a good promo saying, we come out with unicorns and do all this stuff for the kids. But fuck me, we can get aggressive. We are former tag team champions, and it was a really good promo from Kofi actually, basically saying that we do have this vicious side. We're not just these unicorn guys. We do go out there and we can lay it out with the best of them. And then he challenged Gunther for the IC title next week on Raw. Fine, zero issue with that at all. I dug it, but at the same time, as I said, you've got momentum here with this Woods. With this New Day and Imperium tag, why are we in the title match? Why aren't we building on that? But it is what it is. You can only do so much. Then Nia Jax comes out. Jeez. Do you remember back in the day, we used to do these Raw reviews and we used to sing I'm Not Like Most Girls? I won't do that anymore. I got too much dignity and pride. And her new song sucks. It fucking sucks. I used to love the I'm not like most girls. Oh, god damn. Got me. No pride left. I used to dig that. And I used to sing it all the time on the show. It used to be a really, really fun and good time. And now she's got this boring ass song. It's like, fuck you. Why change what works? It's not like the song gave her a good pop, was it? It was just fucking dopey LK sat in the fucking room singing it to the top of his lungs. I can't. I actually went to look for that the other day on Spotify and I couldn't find it. That's a shame. Anyway, so Jax talks about her recent wins. Says she's the reason Lynch and Ripley are avoiding her because they all know she's going to win the Rumble. Lynch then comes out, gets a decent pop. Says she's not sure what she's going to enjoy more, winning her second Royal Rumble, or watching Nia Jax lose. Bayley then comes out, attacks Lynch. Jackson gets involved, throws Lynch over the top rope, leg drops Bayley. Boom, done. Good job. Bravo. That got Jax over, made you aware that Bayley's in the Rumble, that she could win the Rumble, and Lynch. Boom. Lynch and Jax, because I did watch the first episode of Raw of the new year. That one I did watch because I had a title match on. And The Rock came back, etc. So I did catch that one. And Jax and Lynch had a really good match. Because when I say really good, when your expectations are so low, what I mean by that is I mean they're fucking below the floor. And they go out and they have a respectably good match. And, and fair play to everyone involved. And this was good build. This made me want to see the Rumble. What's going to happen with Jax? What's going to happen at Lynch? And you can come on here and if this is your first time listening, you'll think, oh, this guy he's a WWE sheep. I don't know if they still called that. Back in the day, that's what they were, WWE sheep. And I'm not. And I said this, as I said on the New Japan show that I did on Sunday, a couple of days ago. I said that one thing I was one thing I was told that really stuck with me by Dave Coco from Coco Sports. Go check him out. Used to love doing shows with those guys. He said it's not loyal to a company, he's loyal to the sport. And that is really important, and that's one thing. And as I said on there, if this show was shit, I will come on here and say it's shit. But this stuff is good. I'm literally rereading my notes I take, and there's nothing on there that stinks. Like, it's heading in the right direction. So, yeah, please don't be like, oh, he's a WWE fanboy. No, it's not. I raged at New Japan about the way with Okada going. Don't get me started. And then also, I put TNA over on the TNA Impact review. As I said on that review, we are so lucky because of the quality of wrestling we get. And it's nice. Back in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, we used to do Raws and SmackDown reviews, and everything was shit. Whether you get some good stuff here and there, but for the majority, predominantly, it was shit. So it's nice to come on in, and don't get me wrong, there are going to be weeks where I do come on here and I fucking slander the dirt out of the show. But again, back to the original point, it made me look forward to the pay-per-view. Then we had a by the numbers Royal Rumble video package, which is always good. And again, if your first time watching WWE, makes you excited. Makes you want to watch the show. Then we had Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz, an alright match. I'm going to be honest here, I couldn't have given two fucks. It's probably because I haven't watched the week before. I just didn't care. Dom got the win with the frog splash off the top, just your standard match, and the post-match Judgment Day attack. Balor went in there, he was more aggressive because Rhea Ripley told him backstage earlier on in the show that you need to be more aggressive, more violent, so he got in there. And then DIY comes out to make the save. No one cared, and this is heartbreaking because I love Johnny Gargano, I love Tommaso Ciampa. No one could have given two fucks. I really mean that. And like I said, I really like both men. Great rivalry in NXT. Covered it all back then, and it was magnificent. Some of the best wrestling stories, some of the best wrestling matches that will happen in my lifetime. And it was just no one cared, and it was quite sad to see actually, but at least they're trying. And the DIY will be challenging Balor and Priest next week on Raw. Build to that somewhat. It's going to be a really good match. But yeah, I don't see DIY winning that one, to be honest. I hope they do, but I doubt it. And then we had a Damian Priest promo backstage. Yeah, R-Truth gets involved, saying, here's your money for merch. Everyone loves R-Truth. And it is funny. I tell you what, it is funny. It's a bit of a... Especially on a 3-hour Raw, a little bit of comedy won't do no one no harm. But he says that Drew McIntyre just can't win the big one. He can't beat Roman, can't beat Gunther, couldn't beat Seth. But says he will win the Rumble, or he's going to cash in and win the World Championship either way. Built up him versus McIntyre somewhat. Reminded you the story. Reminded you he's Money in the Bank. Reminded you he's in the Rumble. Not too torn on that one. Then we had Chad Gable versus Ivar. Good seeing some mid-card action. Like that. And it's good. This was a really, really good match. There were so many spots I wrote down here. There was an exploder off the top by Gable. Ivar did this leg drop off the second rope. And again, the crowd are slowly, as this match goes on, getting behind Gable bit by bit. Ivar went for the spin kick, which Gable caught straight into the ankle lock until Ivar got to the ropes. Ivar misses the moonsault off the top. And then... No. Yeah, so Ivar misses the moonsault off the top. And then Gable hit a German. And then Ivar, in the spot of the match, spot of the night, Ivar went for a superplex. Gable slides down in one motion. Boom, German suplex. Fucking incredible. What a move, both men. The perfect time Ivar let go of the ropes and bumped. Gable with the perfect time to pull. Everything was safe. Everything was fucking great. That was magnificent. What a spot. Whatever agent put that match together, they did a really good job, because the crowd, and again, all due respect, I really like both guys. I like Ivar, but I really like Chad Gable, and I think he's a guy who, in the next few years, hopefully Triple H pushes a bit more, gets a bit more TV time, maybe US title run, but hopefully we get just see more of him, just some TV time. And when you put these two together, and obviously if you watched Ivar in the War Raiders from Ring of Honor and New Japan back in the day, you know that both him and Eric can go, and they went tonight. They really did. They busted their ass. Crowd not really caring at the start, but then the match was so good that they ended up really enjoying it, and that's beautiful. The match finished with Valhalla distracting Gabe, which allowed Ivar to hit the moonsault, which got the win. Need more stuff like that. Build upon that, Have Gable come out and go, look, I did all this, I couldn't beat him, just give me one more chance. Boom, Gable wins, have a rubber match. Build them up. It's same thing I was saying on the New Japan video. Let's build these people up, because you've got some great talent. And then the reason why you're all here. Cody Rhodes came out. Monstrous pop. And he goes to grab a microphone, and then CM Punk's music came out. First time I talked about Punk being back in WWE. And believe it or not, this is the first ever, and I reckon I've done over 1,000 of these, minimum. This is the first ever time I'm reviewing, recapping, talking about CM Punk being with the company. My first review was Hell in a Cell 2014. God, I'm old. So he already left the company by then. He was bashing it by then. But yeah, so he comes out, and Punk comes out. There's not a person sitting down at this point. It's electric. The crowd is split. Cody, CM Punk chants. It's absolutely magnificent. Punk says, cuts a promo saying that Dusty asked him back in OVW to keep an eye on Cody back in 2007, and said he's proud of Cody, and says he feels bad though, as he's going to break a promise, because he's going to throw him out to win the Rumble. Cody respects how Punk has always treated him, but he's going to win the Rumble. Punk then asks, the question of the night is, will we still be friends on Sunday morning? And then Punk says, my dad's an electrician. That means I'm more of an American dream than you are. Which got a good response from the crowd. Cody then said he was inspired by the Punk's pipe bomb, but then you left, and you didn't pass the torch. You dropped the torch until I came along and picked that torch up, and says that means maybe he's more like CM Punk than CM Punk is. And there was some, again, I didn't write everything down because I was trying to enjoy it, and which I did. And then they got face to face, and this was WWE done right. This is what they do that makes them, from a sports entertainment perspective, no one better. They had this face off with their nose to nose, and the commentators didn't say anything. fucking spot on. Crowd's going wild. And then, just as they're face to face on the bottom right hand corner, it says Royal Rumble live, Saturday 8 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on Peacock. Because the amount of people that would have screen grabbed that, fucking golden. Absolutely golden. Great build. Not only did that put over what a star both of these guys are, which they are, it hyped that Rumble up. It made me go, well, only one of those men can win. You know, where are they going to go? Is The Rock going to get involved? Are we going to have a surprise and have Gunther win? There's so many options. You got Orton in there. Well, I know Orton's in the title match, so that's probably not going to happen. But you don't know who's going to win, and that's exciting. As a fan, that is exciting. Then we had Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. The story for this one is basically they keep costing each other the World Championship. Like, for example, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whenever the first Raw of 2024 was, McIntyre was challenging Rollins, and then Damian Priest came out, and McIntyre then prevented Priest from cashing in, so then Priest prevented him from winning the world title. So, in theory, you got a good story here. In theory, crowd should be hot. But, they just saw CM Punk and Cody Rhodes go at it in a promo battle. Two good promos going at it in a promo battle, and he didn't think that, hey, maybe that should have gone on last. Fuck me. Yeah, by this point I was burnt. The crowd was silent at the start. It was decent back and forth. I liked the Falcon Arrow by Priest on the table. R-Truth then comes out to give Priest the cash for his merch money, because obviously he's been selling Judgment Day t-shirts, his part of it. Then Priest hits the choke slam. R-Truth has the ref distracted. McIntyre Claymore 1, 2, 3. Crowd was somewhat into it at the end. Wrong decision to close the show, man. Imagine if you close that with that Punk and Cody promo. Come on. You close it with that, you get the internet talking, the internet buzzing. You end with that, and it's just like, oh, whoop-de-doo. You know, do I see McIntyre now as a possible winner of the Royal Rumble? No. No, I don't. If he did, fair enough. I don't dislike either Priest. I don't dislike Drew McIntyre. I just thought it was the wrong decision to close the show. But hey-ho. Maybe their thinking was, if we get people talking, then they'll tune into the main event. But that's neither here nor there. Overall, though, a decent episode of Raw. A good episode of Raw. Wasn't like mind-numbing, wasn't Attitude Era style, wasn't Ruthless Aggression, SmackDown style, and say Raw. But it was good. There was positivity. There was things that they'd done well. Promo battle was magic. Gunther and Rollins at the start was good. The New Day tag stuff with the Imperium were good. There was also good stuff going on with it. So from that perspective, I will give it a little thumbs up. Not a massive one, but a thumbs up, because my expectations weren't high. So I will take it. And if this is as good as it's going to get, we'll probably only go downhill from here. But you know, next week we've got Gunther versus Kofi. Should be a good match. DIY versus Balor and Priest for the tag belts. So there is some stuff to look forward to. And the Royal Rumble this coming Saturday night, which I hope you're all looking forward to. I'll be doing a preview and predictions video of that sometime later in the week, which I'm looking forward to. But most importantly, thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at LK Wrestling. And then follow the SOS Wrestletalk Twitter at SOS WrestleNet. With that in mind, thank you so much for watching. Drop down below your thoughts and opinions on this show. Make sure you stay safe, stay well. This has been your boy LK, and I'll be catching your asses down the line.